Hey guys, welcome back to today's show, and let's see what we have on the charts today. I'm gonna just tune back to the big chart, and then let's just ride through this quickly. Alright, so let's have a look at what we looked at yesterday. 4 hours yesterday, we had all this liquidity up here, and we had this fair value gap that inverted last week. And starting in, I thought we were going to go up, and sure enough we actually broke lower. So if we had to break this down, I'll show you guys what I see here. We literally got these equal lows here, and I'm just going to mark this out and let's call it equal lows. I did not mark this out yesterday because of that fair value gap, but then obviously later in the day we ended up going lower down, and then today even lower, further lower down. Alright, so now I'm going to take that out, and the reason I'm taking that out, we've got equal lows here, so we might want to run into that first and then give us some other opportunity to take along. Right, here's a fair value gap here, and we obviously want to see some sort of inversion here to take it higher. And again guys, this is still giving us so much opportunity. This low, this high fair value gap, and this fair value gap actually goes broader, and I'll mark this one out, and let's just mark it to there, because this is now not a 5 minute anymore, this is a H4. Let's call this H4. Okay, so this is a H4 on fair value gap that's not been filled, and there's those highs, which is obviously the target, all those targets, and I'll probably just put this in there. I'll call it that. Let's just mark this out properly. Alright, and then we've got all these other targets up here where there's fair value gaps. Alright, so let's jump back to, let's go to 5 minutes first to see what we got on here. Alright, so we add this equal lows down here, and the market just opened, so let's go to 1 minute and see what gaps do we have here today. Alright, so there's a gap up here, and we'll mark it out and we'll call it the open gap, and we'll make this like a greenish color, and we'll call it open gap. Alright, so if we want to go higher today, I would most probably look for some push down into this equal lows, and then give me opportunity to fill this gap. But let's see. Let's hold our horses and see. Alright, so we've got a lot of upside waiting for us. I think momentum's still a bit down, so we might run some equal lows here as well. And no real fair value gap here yet, so let's just keep an eye and see what we can get from there. Alright, let's see. Alright, for now I'm just gonna keep it here with this opening gap, and then let's just see if we can, give us an opportunity down here to give us some sort of a long. But at this point, momentum's still a bit down, and then obviously we've got those fair value, those equal lows there. just need to now, let's see where this go. Just keep an eye on this. Lots of liquidity building up here, but let's just see. I don't know if you want to go up first and then come down. Let's keep an eye. It's also always important not to go crazy and try to trade within that first 15 minutes, because we've got liquidity. If you're going to short down up, around this area, thinking we might go down, you'll get stuff like this, and that could be just price trying to fill the gap first and then come down to the liquidity. Okay, so we're literally in this little gap here now. Right here. So now it's just a matter of seeing if we're going to break through it to go higher. For now, I'm not doing anything. So let's look at this. This is probably the first fair value gaps forming here. And we're going to make this the purple color. Alright, that's our fair value gap. So if we want to go higher now, we want to see a test in here and then see price going higher. So I'm taking that one out, so I'm going to focus on this fair value gap here. Okay, so far we're testing that 50% of that opening gap. Just spike through it quickly. It would have been nice to see this equal lows get taken out first down here at that line at a 248 level, and then try to take it up there. But this is our first fair value gap, so let's see if we're going to get a bounce from here or break down to run these lows. There's no news today, at least no red for the news. So let's see if we can get good entry for something today. Right, so this is the part we must just sit and wait. So that's probably going to be the high. This is probably going to be the low for the first 15 minutes. Just want to look at something quickly. Alright, so if we break lower here, guys, we might get to this level down here, and yeah, let's see. If we bounce there, we could go all the way up to this fair value gap, this blue block, and yeah, let's just keep an eye on that. this could go lower here. And the reason I'm saying that is this white candle, when it formed, this could be people thinking they're missing out to take the long quickly, and then obviously they take it at the worst possible price. That was the long if you wanted to take a scalp, but as you can see, looks like we're gonna go down to these lows here. So let's keep an eye and see if that's what we're gonna get. Here, see if we can take these lows out. Again guys, this is not financial advice, this is just me paper trading this account, so don't. And the reason I'm taking this, I'm thinking we're going to invert this first fair value gap, taking these equal lows out, and that's the reason I saw this white candle up as the manipulation to force people for longs, and then their stops will be resting below here, and right below that black line is equal lows. So I expect price to go down there. Okay, so it's moving nicely now, and we should see some sort of a quick push down through it. These lows here, because those are equal lows here and equal lows there. And normally with your liquidity, you'll see price move there quite quickly. Okay, big test back into that first fair value gap, leaving these lows still exposed for liquidity, and yeah, let's see if we can get that push lower again. Targeting this 250 level at least. Right, so now we're going back up there, so I'm just gonna collapse this trade because it means nothing now. So I don't know why we don't want to take those liquidities down there yet. I'm gonna leave this one here so we can see that's the gap. Okay, so now that is your top. That's the first 15-minute range. I don't think I don't want to see a breakthrough here test to go lower because I don't have any other reason why I think we should go lower, but no. So the reason why I close here is because maybe it is a pullback, but I'm not too keen, especially if this candle close above the 50%, and if that body closed below the 50% I would have held on, but because of that move I just collapsed that trade. So maybe the right thing, in other rules, to keep it open. I've seen this before and that's why I close it. We go down to liquidity, we just missed it, and then we reverse completely, run the opposite, and only come back hours later to come and run these liquidity down here. See that little candle already closed outside, so I'm happy that I just collapsed the trade, because this might consolidate here to go up here again. So now we just need to see, maybe this thing is going to create equal highs here, equal lows here, and then try to run this, try there, and just, I don't know, consolidate for the rest of the day. We've seen that before as well. So is there anyone who has deeper targets? Okay, we've got this potential, this 2150 level here, but what's your targets? Pop them in the comments below. Let's see what's the target you targeting for today. Right, so now this, I mean, the minute you see a fair value gap gets inverted, doesn't run liquidity, gets inverted, doesn't run liquidity, come back and revert again, that's normally my cue to sit out, to just leave it and let it run liquidity and give a clear direction, because that could just be one of those days again where it just shuts you out both sides before you even get anywhere. And then later just run it, and then you're going to sit back and say, I should have just waited, and then wait for the clear direction. And at this point we're going sideways. Okay, so we got a 2239. 2239 is around here. Alright, so let me go take my face off and let's look at it this way. I'm gonna go to a 5 minutes and let's see what's waiting at 239. Alright, let's take this off and let's change this to make it 15 minutes. Alright, let's have a look. Where is everything now? Right, now I'm gonna just go to an hour. Alright, so I've got these lows. That's why I like these equal lows here. Yeah, I don't have enough data to go further than that because of the contract expiry. 239 yeah, we could spike through that equal lows into the 239. I like to take my money and run right before that. And let's see what else. Maybe 19976. Cheapers, that's a bit low, but what I can tell you guys, I'm not going to say no to that, because I've seen the market do some crazy stuff. And let's go to a daily and then see what that means. All right, that's 20 there, so 19. We got 19976, 19976 around here. Alright, in this area down here. Yeah, I don't have. Oh, so what I can show you guys, I mean, from last year, we've marked out equal lows, which was this one here. And I mean, we were going up here and we thought we will get it down here to run the liquidity here, but we actually went higher. So I don't know if this is actually something that's gonna, I mean, it's not gonna happen now, but on its way down there. But that's even at 17,781. But I'm not a long-term trader, so I'm not gonna spend too much time thinking that we're gonna go there. I'm gonna look for, you know, the opportunities right now. And what I see now is we're building liquidity on the buy side and the sell side here, and yeah, so it's either going to work this area to move aggressively into one direction or the other. And what we need to do now is just sit on our hands and wait for when it actually make that move, so we can jump onto it. Right, so let's have a look. Okay, so what I've marked, and see how this thing goes to that 50% of that gap and then come down and then consolidate outside of that. So that's normally, you know, that's pretty normal for Nasdaq to do that. And I know there's a 70 to 80% chance, you know, that price would always go back and fall that 50% at least. That doesn't mean that every time market open you just take a trade to there. It doesn't always work like that. But if we had run these lows, I would have definitely taken a long to there at least. And if it aggressively moves through that, then maybe hold it for the full gap. Alright, so at this point in time, we're just moving sideways here. We're not making higher highs or lower lows. Maybe this candle here can give us some sort of direction. I do think we're gonna move lower, but I just don't want to see if I wanna, you know, just get in here. But also I'm staying away from this fairly gap now because price has been inverting this too many times. Normally when we you know, go sideways like this, I don't blindly trade it like this, but I see it. See how this 50% holds price, so maybe that's a rejection. We're going to get price to go lower. But if it goes sideways like this and there's buy side and sell side not taken, it is pretty normal sometimes when price spikes through one of them, the minute it spikes through, to take a position because of that immediate reaction you want to see back. That's a good scalp to take quick profits, and then you can target the other side. But then just be careful if you do that, or test it well to understand the condition for when you want to do that, because sometimes it aggressively push through and just keep going, and then you're gonna be in trouble. I mean, you can enter at this 50% of this wick, take a short about there, and take it down here, and let's see how did we do. Okay, so we didn't get to 50%. There's 50% there. That's a test of the wick, and that's at 50%. And now we would like to see some sort of a rejection to push down, and then create this middle wick as the swing point. So now you want to see some momentum to the downside here. Like we hopefully see something to that effect now. I at least thought today we'll see something clear cut for price to give us a direction and you know, quick profits or something. Yeah, I don't like what price is doing now. I think we're going to go up again. There's a high, there's a low, there's a low. Let's see if we can get a trade jam in. I do think we're going to see price move lower here. I think what I want to do is just put my stop around there. Alright, let's see if we can follow through with this one. This spike here took the low out in this fair value gap, testing that 50%, which is great. Not the best setup, but I'm expecting that one to hold, and theoretically we should, or technically we should then run down to take these lows out, and boom, there we go. That's taken out, and I think we're going to go to our next level now because it's aggressively pushing lower. So now we can look at the 2150 level, and we might see a nice bounce from there, or we can actually go down to what was called earlier even lower. Right, so I'm only up $270 because of that earlier trade that I lost, so I'm not going to chase here, but I do think we're going to go to this 150 level here. This could just be the pullback to test the liquidity levels and then drop lower. This is a fair value gap. Right, let's see if this price wants to push it down to that 150 level now. Like to see this black candle close below this white candle to be bearish on this. Right, let's see, we just closed below that white candle, so I'm going to take another short here. Just missed it. And let's see if we can take it down to that level. Could see a price reverse and go back in here, but I think we pretty much going down. But I've been wrong before, so let's see. So normally when you take these scalps with that black candle close below that white candle, you target the low, and in this case it went there, but I've target lower. And let's see if we can actually get that move lower here. But then this high must hold. But like I said, we could see price go through it into that 50% and then come down. The only reason I took the trade down here is because we see this big momentum through this, targeting this low, giving me an opportunity. Look like there's momentum pushing lower, and then we see this little pull back, which is not ideal, but come on, push down now. Right guys, so far there was nothing A plus here today still. I mean, you get this breakout through this first 15 with a fair value gap, which is perfect. No real test back into there. So you want to see the test into this fair value gap 50% and then try to take the short down to this level here. Okay, so let's see if we can get that push now, man. I'm not expecting a big drop here. I'm expecting probably a little bit of a spike in there and then maybe a reversal. And then most probably if we go back into this level in that fair value gap to possibly invert this to go higher. Well, I guess that's what I said yesterday, and where did we end? Way lower than where we thought. So that's just what I'm hoping to see play out if I want to take price up higher. But for now, obviously momentum looks down. I don't know if this consolidation, this is just manipulation, or do we see that pullback consolidation into tomorrow with where there's news again type of scenario. Okay, let's see if we can get this squeeze to that profit target of ours. Be great to see that now. To be honest, alright, so there's a little gap here. Patience, that's what the market does. Teach you patience and test your patience. Alright, so this to me is going to be some sort of a new swing high, and I will just keep my stop just above that. So let's see if we can actually get through this now. Come on, you can do it. Push, push, push. Right there, guys, it's right there. Come on, push. You can do it. Alright, now we want to see that one last push down, another reversal here. Would be nice to see a big candle push down, leave a fair value gap, then invert to go, you know, to send price a little bit higher. But then there's so many walls in front of price that we need to break through first. Alright, so this black candle, that wick, you see this white candle come up, test this wick. Hopefully that's a wick test to go lower. Oh, there we go, out of that trade as well. Maybe we don't want to go to that level, maybe we want to change gears from here. So let's just keep an eye and see what it plans to do now. Take this line off because we've done those liquidities. This is just a pivot point down here. I'm pretty square, $115 down for the day. Just pretty silly. If we test this, I'll probably try for a long. Gap here. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, so we in it. We can now target this level there and see if we can actually get through to that. All you want to see is price to go back up there. If you want to go lower, that's fine. Just see this is all this liquidity here into this bigger fair value gap, and see if we can get that bounce into this area here. For me to take my trades, and maybe this has now become this gap, this little gap here, holding price to possibly send us up higher. But looking at what it's doing now, be nice to see this black body close above the dotted line, which is the center point of this fair value gap. Then you want to see some sort of expansion and not close below the fair value gap. If close below, then we're on the wrong side again. Yes, we are. Alright. That's a little IFG there. There's lots of liquidity up here again, like yesterday, and we didn't even get there. Too many trades, and none of them was A+, so I don't even know why we're trying to take these trades. Maybe sometimes it's just better just to sit and wait. Okay, there we go to the 150 now. and let's see if we're going to drop further. Or we're going to bounce from here. Right, so we didn't close below it, so potentially we could see some sort of I don't know, like a consolidation or something, and then try to go lower again and then reverse, or just drop. A lot of momentum to the downside still, to be honest. Okay, so what was done here? Next one is even lower. I think it's important not to marry your bias or ideas to certain levels and say this is what needs to happen and try to force trade it into those directions. Sometimes you just have to see what price is doing, and in this case we just going lower. So now we just have to sit and wait and see where's the lowest low that it wants to go. Actually not going to look at the daily or that, because I know there's that low way lower, and I don't know if we're going to get there now or soon. Maybe we're just targeting the next pivot level here, which sits currently at this 1980 level, so don't know if we're going to go there now. Possibility, but nothing that tells me that's where we're going to go now. Right, in this little gap now, so let's see if this is a family gap that wants to hold price. Again, see how this candle's stopping in its tracks on that 50% of that favorite gap. If we drop from here and it stays there, that's algorithmic, and that's just one of those things how precise some of these things can be. Test closer to that 50%, not taking that high out, tells me this is a swing high forming to target the next low. there we take that low out. So let's see if we want to go lower. If we're going to close aggressively below that, then obviously small downside here. I don't expect price to just shoot up from anywhere on its own. Obviously what you want to see is price to make aggressive low, consolidate, aggressively break it, and then leave a inverted fair value gap to go the other direction type of thing. And it will flatten out somewhat and then build momentum to turn. So even if we make a low here, don't feel like you're missing out. If price goes up here, it could come all the way back, run that low one more time as an aggressive push to tell people through all of this downside we are going down, and everybody will pile in, and then it will aggressively reverse from there. We're still testing this level. One thing that's interesting as well, just to show you guys, if you take where's the high? It's this high to these lows here, just got to 50%. If you go lower, it barely got to that 50%. So it's not premium to sell into. And same if this thing drops from here, now we're so far from premium, and here you're selling at the worst price. So if you're still strongly short, you want to see price coming higher, maybe into this IFEG or this white candles low, and that will line up with your premium or your 50% to sell from. In this case, the best sell up here would have been when we came and tested this fair value gap here, but before we hit any levels down here. So what I forgot to do is my live stream. I never changed my heading. Let's see if I can do something quick. Right, so guys, this 100 candles trying to break through this fair value gap, making it the inverted fair value gap. It's not a setup, I promise you guys, but I mean, maybe this one holds, I don't know. But just be careful. As you can see, we've got all this resistance here. This could be that test because of the premium here, like we said, to go lower, take it out, then reverse. The best price action in the last 2 days. All the swing highs forming, it's all liquidity here, so you want to see some sort of manipulation to a downside and then rally up to take all this whole trend line out all the way to the top here, because that's relatively equal at this point. See if this fair value gap holds. And then I'll take this one out, because now we're going to look for new fair value gaps that gets inverted. This low high, these highs are all in line with this fair value gap, so you could see price go through it. Nice support on this fair value gap down here with that pivot point that lines up perfectly. But I'm going to need more to take price higher. If we close above this fair value gap here, I might look to take it up here. Because we've got all this liquidity here. But I need to see price close above that. There we go. See if we can get up here. Still a fair value gap, guys. This white candle did not close outside. I thought we were, but we haven't. But the bottom of this fair value gap is holding with that pin, so that's not too bad. So hopefully we'll see some push up now from here. The reason why I like to take this one is because of here we consolidate, we ran liquidity and aggressively push higher. And this one I thought we are going to close above these highs, which we did. We tested in here, so now I would like to see price go up. See, if I've left all these other trades out waiting for price to come and do its thing, give me a sign, you know, a good signature down here, and this is obviously inverted now, then you would have taken one trade which ended up to be get that push up now. Still in this fair value gap, so Alright, let's see if we can get this white candle to close above this black candle. That would be nice. I didn't get that close there that I wanted, but we could still see some sort of consolidation and then a push up. And so we pull back. Okay, so we're in that IFG there. So a little gap down here. Where it could want to burst in. So let's see, it's like an inverted fair value gap, support type of level here. Nice liquidity forming down here. I mean, the one thing you could say, if you take the swing low here and the swing high there, that blue block there, that's probably where the buys are waiting to bounce from. Nice equal lows forming just on top of that little fair value gap. So we're either going to go up there, or it can do its thing, bounce in there and then rally up. Okay, so there we go, into that blue block. Now I want to see a rejection to close back in that orange block at least, and not close below this. Right now it would be good to see price going that way, not this way. Not necessary price what I want to see coming all the way down here, because this low here is the line in the sand. Then again, remember what I said earlier, we could see price go all the way back down to this low and then give us that entry that's clean. I mean, we've got so many lower highs here. That's all liquidity in a fair value gap. I mean, this is a big magnet right here waiting for price to come up. And now let's see if we actually going to give that push up from here. So for this blue block that we said for price to come in, nobody's closed below it, so we did get to that. That would have been the right place to try to get into your trade, and a level here. But now if we move up here, you can basically, the minute you take this out, move your stop to break even down here if that's where you entered. But I think what I've learned today is I need to be more disciplined, to be very selective to my trades and not try and force trades into certain directions. I mean, we were short up here, right? And I got out the minute we closed above there, but we didn't go there, so if I just held on, would have had a nice profit for the day. But if I've seen that form, I'll probably get out of my trade again. I mean, trade screwing around here as well. But then again, guys, this is not trading advice or anything. This is a paper trade account, so don't worry about it. Don't try to trade every time I press a button on this, because that's not what it is. I think from tomorrow I won't do any trades like this. So what we will do is we'll mark out levels, because that's what's important here. To know where market is most likely going next, and why would you take a trade if price looks like this. Then, I mean, looks like this, people would say this is a V type of shape. That's fine, but I mean, this signature here gave me confidence to take a trade here, and I did it. But there's opportunity down here as well. You could have taken a nice profit from here if you just scalped it. Yeah, for now, I don't think price been good the last 2 days. Probably people that made money, which is good for them, but not the way I trade. So there was nothing clean and clear for me. Or maybe there was, but it was just not in the direction I was hoping for. If you guys can remember, yesterday I was very bullish. Obviously the market had an opportunity to go lower, and that's where you just sit out and not try to buy stuff because it has to go up. It doesn't have to do anything. See how this inverted fair value gap, this orange box and this fair value gaps holding price nicely. Holds it nicely, but we just can't get there. And I don't know why we're waiting, or why we don't want to go. Let's see if this little gap here becomes a new fair value gap to hold price. Okay, so now we're seeing some speed here. Okay, so that's done. Right, I'm $300 up for the day. Not chasing a target here. I gave away some nice profits, but okay, so now we've taken this. Now we want to see. Okay, so obviously I need to mark this out just in case price want to drop down here. That's a nice fair value gap. Okay, so now we want to see if we're going to invert this. And then if we do invert anything here, I mean, this is going to be a target up here, which is going to be that level there, which is going to be the, I don't know, 430 level. Let's see if the fair value gap is going to support our price there, or is this just what we wanted to do and then drop down to this low. Yes, at last, TP hit. Okay, so this liquidity's been taken now, and this little fair value gap literally turned into a little IFEG here. But then again, guys, we're stuck between all of these gaps. So I'm going to take this out. See, there we go, invert the other side again. So we're not touching anything. I want to see what we're going to do with this big fair value gap here. Very frustrated price action here, so I promise you guys this gets better. There's days where it's flawless and we'll see the opportunity and price will go there and it will be over and done with. And this week seems different, but then again, it's NFP week. I promise you, go check any NFP week. It's a frustrating week. Some people make money and it's great, and then give it all back the next day or something to that effect. I always made a rule to say NFP week, if it's not an AAA plus setup, I just don't trade. I have not taken any live trades yet, and it's because of the chaos in a week like this. Other people make money, which is great for them, but I sometimes struggle to see the things this week. Price action just messy. That's what it is. It's just a mess. Nothing fast and furious yet, so maybe just don't want to move. I want to see a candle take out these highs by closing above it, and then, you know, give some sort of indication that is momentum to the top side. But currently, I mean, you can't look at this and say yes, that's great. I mean, there's a bunch of lows here, then it's lower, then it's lower than that one, it's low. Okay, let's see if we're gonna get something here. I'm taking this one out because it means nothing right now. This is still relevant, this little gap. Because see, if you look at it, see how it holds price. But then again, look at this bloody thing. Yeah, see how it holds price. So this thing is literally just saying, oh, we're not pushing higher, we're running there, but this is also holding price to go lower. these price actions not worth trading. I know we took a trade here, but like you can see, or as you can see, I mean, if you take your trade at the wrong spot here, I mean, this is what's going to kill you. If you took a trade somewhere in here and your target was up here somewhere, I mean, this will just kill you down here. Because then you're in the money, then you're out the money, in the money, out the money, in the money, out the money, and it's not going anywhere. Right, let's see what's going to happen now. At that little fair value gap, maybe it inverts now and go back and test the bottom one. Like, there we go. See. Let's see. Maybe this is us going down back to this low, and then maybe the PM session will give us some sort of a bullish clear direction, but for now it's not giving us anything good. If you look at all of this, you could say after the fact, this is what you should have done. Yeah, that's the problem. And what I said yesterday is the key for trading is not to say what you should have done. You got to get into the thing to say, all right, I can see we've run liquidity here, and next liquidity is these lows, these lows. So most probably we're going to go down below here and maybe take this low. But we've also got, still haven't full 50% of this fair value gap. So there's lots of liquidity still here. And we've got liquidity up here. So what the best thing you can do now is saying, all right, if this is liquidity and it looks like that's where we want to go to, let's just wait for it to come and run this liquidity. If we believe we want to go higher, then let it do its thing down here, and then find a solid entry to take you up higher. Right guys, I'm gonna stream for another 4 minutes, and then it's 11 o'clock, and then I think there was enough of garbage price action to let me go, and then maybe come back PM. I'm not gonna do it live yet, but just come back to the charts later and see, and if I obviously see something, I'll post it into my community tab, which is on YouTube, and but if there's nothing, I'll just leave it if it's not worth posting. Then again guys, I'll be back tomorrow trading live, and Thursday and Friday I will not because I'm traveling, so just excuse me from the stream then, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get a nice setup to actually trade and rave about. But at this point, I mean, price action is not the best. so you just have to know when to sit on your hands when price action is behaving the way it is. Alright, so in the comments before I go, why don't you guys tell me what trades you took, what targets got hit. I know we posted some stuff here. Was it a good day for you? Was it a bad day? Was it a no trading day? How did you see the market today? Alright, so I've got one no trader, and I think I should have stick to that rule as well, not to try and force any trades. Yeah, so I know Thursday and Friday I'm not going to be streaming, but normally NFP, believe it or not, produce nice entries, nice liquidity, and it will run its 8:30 it will make its move, and then after that, most of the time it gives nice setups into those liquidity pools. So yeah, so most probably will be a nice trading day, but not to sit and trade all the time. Just look for those liquidities and trade from liquidity to liquidity. And it's Friday, and yeah, at the beginning of the week is going to be crappy like this. It's going to normally end off nicely. So maybe that Thursday and Friday is going to most probably be much better days. All depends on how big Friday NFP move is going to be. If the move is going to be big, then we're going to have crappy price action right until end of Thursday, making sure they've trap people on both sides, took people's money, and then give us that nice big push to the up or the downside, or both. Alright, so now it looks like momentum starting to build to the upside. I'm not taking any trades here, but it looks like we might want to push higher from here. And again, just want to show you guys something, this low here that we marked out earlier. If you mark the highest point, this price is going sideways, working this discount area below the 50, and might just run up from here. But that's just an observation. That's not something I'm putting my money on. Alright guys, everybody that joined, thanks for your support, and thanks for obviously joining this session. It's not the best session, I'm sure it will get better, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys tomorrow, and have a great day, and don't overtrade, and be careful out there. See you tomorrow. Cheers, bye bye.